Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of What's That Vegetable? Today we are going to talk about Celtus lettuce. So Celtus is another form of lettuce variety, but unlike lettuce that are grown for leaves, Celtus are mainly grown for the stems. So the leaves are also edible, but they're not the best part of the plant. The best part, as I mentioned, is the stems and what it's grown for. Other names that you would see them label under would be celery lettuce, asparagus lettuce, stem lettuce. So those are the types of names that you may find them labeled. So let's take a closer look. I'm going to show you the plant and talk a little bit about it. Okay, here is a closer look at the Celtus lettuce plant. And there are many different varieties of Celtus lettuces. And I forgot which variety this is because I have a few different ones, and this may be ones that grew from last season. That is a volunteer, because when they produce seeds, they produce a ton of seeds, just like normal lettuce. And sometimes I just let them go to seeds and then they fly all over the yard and start growing. So this one may be called the Fire King. I don't remember. But anyway, there's many different varieties as I mentioned. So if you grow this in your garden, make sure to start them in the cooler months. They do enjoy the really cool weather, and they will produce these huge stems. And the stems are what we grow the lettuce for. You can eat the leaves too, but they're kind of a little bit bitter. So the younger leaves are better. The older the leaves are, the bitter they get. So when you go to Asian grocery stores, you will see this in the vegetable aisles, and they're usually really wilted and don't look as good or taste as good as if you grow them yourself. So that is the reason why I love to grow this myself, because it's nice and fresh as soon as I harvest them, and I can harvest them at the exact stage that I like them, so that they could be the best and taste sweet. So these lettuce are very similar to the regular lettuce in the way they grow. You need good organic compost, soil that can drain really well. They do like water. So grow them in the cooler months, and then also when you grow them to promote more stems, you need to pull the bottom leaves off. You see, they're very easy to pull off. So you just pull around the bottom like this and expose the stems. You see that? And look at that, is the parts that we were after. So they produce a good amount of leaves, and the reason I love growing these Celtus is that the leaves can be used to feed your worms, or you can put them in the compost. But if you do have worms, they will love it. And so pluck a bunch of leaves off, and they will produce more and more as they grow up. So there's going to be always plenty of leaves for your worms. And once they get around like a foot and a half, this one is a little bit big here. Some varieties can get enormous, but usually around a foot and a half is when I harvest them. This one I left a little bit longer, so it's pretty tough now. So once you cut the stems, you take it inside, and then you have to skin the outer layer, and then you eat the inner layer. That's the tender parts that is nice and sweet. You stir fry that. You can cook it in soups. There's a lot of ways to prepare them, so if you have not done that before, check it out on Google. There's so many ways to prepare these. I'm not a cook or anything like that, so I'm a terrible cook actually. So I don't know too many ways to make them except to saute and stir fry. You can also stir fry the leaves, the young leaves that is not bitter. And that is pretty much it for Celtus. The seeds are pretty much available in many seed shop online. So check the varieties that would fit best for your climate. Some can withstand a little bit hotter months, and some you have to grow them in the cooler months. So read the description and pick the right one. So this is Celtus lettuce, and again, you eat the stems. That's why they call it stem lettuce or asparagus lettuce. Maybe it has like a similar flavor and texture on the inside after you skin them out. So anyway, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Give Celtus lettuce a try in your garden, and I think you'll be very happy.